Hey guys, you're with me, Kevin, from gardening.co.za, and today I'm super excited because we're here to review the GARDENA Flex Water Timer that we've got available on our site. This is the ideal water timer for smaller gardens or for watering pot plants. So let's open up the box and see what's going on. First off, we see it comes in a really great looking GARDENA box. It's got a bit of information all around the outside, just indicating that it is a genuine GARDENA product. So if I open the box up at the back, just slide my hands in here, just to pop that open. There we go. Open it up. Always exciting to open up new things, especially water timers. Really like it. Okay, there's our water timer, which has popped out. Get all the other bits and pieces out. Ooh, lots of activity. Okay, I see I've got 2 tap connectors. I have my instructions. Got the box itself. We're going to put this out the way to recycle it later. So I see I've got my instruction manual. Super important that you guys read through the instruction manual before you set up your unit, and then keep this in a special drawer so you know how to access it in future should you need to reset things or you need product info or warranty info. The water timer comes with a GARDENA tap connector or a hose pipe connector at the bottom. So you would connect this at the bottom over here, and this is the standard GARDENA clip that will fit majority of hoses and hose pipes because it's a standard clip that goes in there. And then at the top you have a standard 1-inch tap connector, and you've got a 3/4-inch tap reducer, and you can screw this in if you have a smaller tap. Personally, I find in most South African gardens we tend to have the smaller tap, so you can just connect this in and twist that into your tap. However, if you do have one of the houses that has the larger tap connection, you can remove this and you can screw this section on. You'll see that there is a mesh section on the inside there. There's a wire mesh for collecting grit and stones or anything else that may come out of your tap. Top tip from me is every few weeks you should open this up just to check what's going on and rinse it out. If you do notice a reduction in water pressure or your sprinkler's not working too well, that's normally an indication that you've got grit and stones that have built up on the inside, which are causing a blockage and reducing the amount of water that's coming through. So just open it up, rinse it out with a bit of fresh water and flick out all those stones, and your pressure should be right back where it belongs. Then the unit itself, we can see, comes with quite a nice big dial around the outside. We can move this bezel. We've got a stop and a start button, and then we have our digital screen, which we're going to zoom into in a second. If I pop it out, you can see we have our base station over here, which goes into the tap itself, and then it's the back of our GARDENA computer box, and this is where we would insert our battery. Always recommend a good quality battery goes in there. Batteries not included in the GARDENA water timers. So let's zoom on the top so we can go through the programming of this guy. Now that we're nice and close to the unit, we can see it's got a very clear display. We have our bezel, which we can move around the outside. That's for moving time up and down. Our stop start and our tick button, which allows us to go through our menus. If I turn the unit around at the back, we can see our battery section as well as the connector to the base port. All you need to do is take a good quality battery. Just make sure you line up the positive to the positive side over there. We'll pop that in, and then we'll turn it around, and that should turn the unit on. Top tip from me when you turn the unit on for the first time is to remember to remove the screen protector, because it's a carbon copy of what's going on underneath, and you won't be able to see what's happening until you remove this. So to avoid the embarrassment of calling in a call center, remember to remove that, and you can see the details underneath. So to start with, I can already see there's some information going on at the top, so I'm just going to click through my menus over here until I get to my top section where I can set my time. I'm going to go through 2 or 3 clicks over here, and it will bring me back up to my top. So I'd like to set my time because it's now shows midnight. Well, in actual fact, it is 2 o'clock in the afternoon here. So I turn my dial, and that will turn my clock up to 2 o'clock. It's fine. 1402. That's close enough. Then I need to set what time of the day I'd like my unit to run. So I'd like to run my unit at 6 o'clock every morning. So let's set that for 6. Tick there, 6 exactly. I'm going to turn that back so I got 6 on the dot. And the duration that I would like it to run, I'd like to do a 10-minute and 30-second water of my pot plant. So 10 minutes, one more click over, and I can set that to turn my bezel until I get to 30. all the way up to 30 there. So 10 minutes and 30 of my pot plants, give them a good drink. And then my next point down is how often would I like it to water? What is the interval in between? I've got 4 hours. Let's go back to click that. I've got 4 hours, 6 hours, 8, 12, 24, 48, 72, and back to 4. So you can choose from any one of those watering intervals. In this instance, I'd like to water every 12 hours. So 6 in the morning and 6 at night, every 12 hours is good for me. Click it one more time, and then you'll see I have my little on button, where if I turn it, I can turn it off if it's been raining and I don't want to carry on irrigating. In this instance, I've got an on. I'm going to scroll right down again till I get to my on. Click my button, and this unit is good to go, which is fantastic. If I wanted to do a manual run, I would just push that left-hand button and then it'll start a 30-minute run for me, which is fantastic. So you can see over there, it's got 30 minutes. We'll hold it one more time. There we go, it's set for 30. I can reduce that if I wanted to as well, but a good 30-minute manual run works for me. So you can see it's really easy to program. If you want to get back to the programming menus, you just push your tick button and you can see the flashing numbers will move through the dials as you want to set everything that you need to. So overall, it's super simple. So let's zoom on out and put the unit together. Now that we've set our unit up, it's super easy just to attach everything. It's very easy for me to take the front section or the computer section and attach it to the base plate. It just slots in quite easily, as simple as 1, 2, 3 push, and then it's all connected in. I can now go and connect this to my tap, where I put my hose or irrigation section at the bottom, and I connect it to the tap via the top. Depending on the size of the tap, with or without the reducer, you'll know that when you start to connect it. A few other things to note with this unit: it is frost resistant, so you can use this in an area which does get frost, and it is also UV resistant, so you can put it on a tap which is in direct sunlight. It comes with all the standard guarantees and warranties carried by Gardena, and it is a top quality unit. Just one thing to note, and a top tip from me, is if this is in an area which is affected by frost and direct sun on an ongoing basis, you'll probably have to replace your battery more regularly, and it's always a good idea just to replace your battery before you go away on holiday. The last thing you'd want is to be away and the battery runs flat when you're not there, and you'd lose the plants that you've been so lovingly taking care of. So always plug in a new battery before you go and you're A for away. So there's our review of this GARDENA Flex Water Timer. If you guys are enjoying the product reviews, please feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel or go check out our social streams. This unit is also available on our website to order online, and we can ship to you anywhere in the country. So that's it from me, guys. Until next time, happy gardening.